Right then, this is a quick walk around video for a Honda CR-V 2.2 diesel sport. Very rare car, this one, in that it's had just the one owner from new, and it's just covered 35,000 miles from new, so it is very rare indeed, and in a condition to match the wonderful mileage on the car. Front of the vehicle, bumper exhibits no marks at all that I can see. Lights and lenses look absolutely like new. The corners completely clean, and the bonnet itself is absolutely free of any stone chipping at all. Down the near side of the car first, and it's absolutely mirror smooth in the panel work. It really is. Front wing, again, completely unmarked. Near side front alloy, absolutely looks like new. And down the remaining panels, it has to be seen in the flesh really to be appreciated, this one. The video, I'll do the best I possibly can. Near side rear alloy, again, just looks brand new. Come around the back of the vehicle, and very clean and tidy. On the other side of the car, again, the panels look incredibly smooth. Offside rear alloy, incredibly clean again, and then the remaining panels down here. I can't see any marks anywhere, any note at all. And finally, offside front alloy, again, looks absolutely as new. I mean, it really is a quite remarkable car. It's coming into the boot area, and of course they are huge boots on these CR-Vs, and as you'd expect, it's in brilliant condition again. The rear seats obviously tumble forward on a 60/40 split, but they also go forward on runners, so you can extend the boot space even further if you so wish. Coming into the back of the car, again, just in wonderful condition. Back of the seats look like new again. Rear seats again, just hardly any use at all. And an enormous amount of leg room. And bear in mind that front seat, and I'm over 6 foot tall, that's set for me, so that's the worst you'll probably get. So you can imagine what it's like with a smaller person up front. Front passenger door card, again, absolutely unmarked. Footwell areas, absolutely pristine. And passenger seat in the front here, it literally looks like no one's ever really sat in it. It just looks as if it's just come off the production line. Driver's door card, again, in fantastic condition. Footwell areas on the driver's side, just wonderful, it really is. Passenger front driver's seat, again, wonderful condition. So inside the car now, engine's running through this section so you can see the dashboard illuminated. And the dashboard, to repeat the theme unfortunately, just looks absolutely like new. It's absolutely incredible. All the switches, all the gaiters, all the little recesses, little table in the middle here, just been kept wonderfully well. And then into the dashboard there, hopefully you can see 35,058 miles, and apart from a low fuel light, there's no warning lights on that dashboard at all. So finally, just to come under the engine bay, which is always by Honda, is just wonderfully presented. Not been cleaned up, not been steam cleaned, nothing at all. It's exactly as it looks when it came to me. And a fantastic unit, cam chain driven of course, and none of the DPF filters that are fitted to these cars. More of which in the following road test video. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2.2 Sport Diesel. This particular car is registered, if I can read it, YG06ELJ. And the mileage is absolutely wonderful on this car. It has covered just 35,052 miles. It really is an extraordinary vehicle. The reason we do the road test, just to let you know, is essentially so if you're looking at the car on the adverts, we want people to see the cars we're selling advertised, but actually see them in operation. That way, if there's any issues on the vehicle, we can relay them back to you as part of the test drive, and it can save you time coming to us, obviously, if there is an issue, but more importantly, give you the confidence to come to us if there isn't any or aren't any. We know that many of our customers come from not just the UK, but also all around Europe as well. So if people are willing to invest the time and energy to come and see us, the least we can do is to do this for you. It's also done on these lovely quiet country roads in this fabulous part of Gloucestershire. So hopefully be representative of what you'd feel if offered a test drive on the car. So to come to the car itself, it comes as no surprise to know that the engine starts absolutely instantly, settles to completely smooth, even idle, and pulls absolutely beautifully. It is a fantastic engine, and it feels, which will be a repeating theme on this video unfortunately, it just feels like new. The engine is so sweet and quiet and smooth in operation, even from cold. There's no warning lights on the dashboard relating to the engine or any other part of the car, just a low fuel light currently, which will go out once the fuel's gone in, quite obviously. But the engine, just as I said, I used to sell these when I used to work at Honda when they were new, so I know exactly what they were like when they were new, and this one, it drives absolutely perfectly. Engine then feeds through clutch and into gearbox. Clutch on the car, smooth, positive, bike point is exactly where it should be, and again just feels as though you're just pressing down on air. It's got that lovely sort of fluid action to the clutch pedal, and all in perfect order. Clutch then goes into the Honda 6-speed manual gearbox, which is typical of the breed, of course. Again, it just feels like I'm moving a brand new gear lever in my hand, but notwithstanding that, it's just the quality of the gear changes Honda give you. They really are beautifully done. It's defined, it's easy, it's slick, it gives you a sense of mechanical gear change as opposed to some of these wafty kind of gear levers that just move around all over the place. When they're in the gear lever itself just feels tight and taut. There's no wear in it at all. It feels exactly as it did when it was brand new. Even the gear lever itself, there's no wear on it at all. So in terms of the powertrain in the vehicle, as you'd expect with the mileage, it to be good, and it doesn't disappoint in any way. It just feels wonderful, wonderful to drive. Steering of the car, which is a real strong point in this vintage, by the way, tracks absolutely bullet straight. There's no vibrations at all coming back through the steering wheel, which is an absolute pet hate of mine. But it again just feels really secure and solid on the road. As I've alluded to, it's a generational car I've always loved because it's proper hydraulic power steering. So you actually get some genuine, real weight, not artificial electronic weighting going on. You feel the steering wheel sort of squirm occasionally. It just goes exactly where you want it to, and gives you feedback, which I absolutely love. And as I said, I can't feel any wear in it at all. The chassis of the vehicle, what I'm looking for on road tests is any kind of noises coming up from underneath the vehicle that actually shouldn't be there. So when you're going over a bump, I'll pick one out now. There, you'll hear it hitting the bumps, but there's none of those sort of chatterings or mechanical clunks going on underneath the vehicle, which is normally fairly innocent stuff, like anti-roll bar links just chattering away, which are easily and cheaply fixed. But on this car, there's nothing to report at all. It also has one of the most comfortable rides on a SUV that you'll experience. Proper independent suspension all round. Honda know this market wonderfully well, of course, because they're the world's best. Their CR-V is the best-selling SUV in the world, so they know their market. So they're not trying to create a sports car for you, but what they don't want is a car that just lollops about in the corners, making the passengers feel car sick rather. It goes to corners with lovely fluid action. It stays secure, doesn't pitch and wallow, but rides wonderfully comfortably on this straight ahead as I am now. But if I go into the next corner a little bit quicker than I would do normally, I try not to take out the car on the left, but just turn in,
holds its line and just stays lovely and poised. It really is a great chassis for this type of car. Brakes on the car, just check the one behind me. Really good brake pedal on the car. Again, what I'm looking for on brake test is just basically that when you hit the brakes, the front of the car goes down straight, it doesn't pull left or right, but also that there's no pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal, which suggests sort of brake discs with a bit of wear or a warping on them, but there's nothing on these at all. They feel absolutely perfect. Looking around inside the vehicle, as you'd expect, again with such low mileage, it's in just fantastic condition in here. Just sensationally well made, of course. I mean, they really put these cars together very well indeed. No buzzers, no creaks, no rattles, nothing at all from the interior. And what I love about them is they're just so simple. I mean, they're designed to be, you know, quite utilitarian in the kind of the way they're made. So they're, you know, wiped and clean. They're family friendly. They've got nice little touches, like you've got a cool box just in there. So on the sunny summer's day, sort of anything you want to keep cool, chocolate sandwiches or otherwise, you can put in there, and you get ice cold air going into there. Climate control system, all the switches work with a wonderful precision and accuracy, and the instrument gauges in front of me here all working absolutely perfectly, all the pixelation of all the readouts working exactly as they should. Temperature gauge, now it's up to operating temperature, it's running at a third, which is exactly where it should be on a Honda car, whether it be petrol, diesel or otherwise. Finally, obviously this is a four-wheel drive vehicle, although Honda worked out immediately that the vast majority of their buyers will be doing exactly what I'm doing today, driving in perfectly good conditions on perfectly good roads. So why bother having four-wheel drive permanently engaged? Because all you're going to achieve is extra mechanical wear going through the car, chewing up your tyres more quickly and using more fuel. So there's no switches, you don't engage or disengage it yourself, it does it for you. If the front wheels start to lose grip and start to spin, it immediately brings in the rear wheel drive smoothly, silently and subtly, and you suddenly find yourself, you've got grip and go. And I've used these in snow. My business partner always uses them when he goes skiing because they're very effective. But I've towed many a caravan across many a soggy field and never got close to getting stuck with one, and they are bomb-proof reliable. We've never touched a four-wheel drive system on a Honda using this system, and we've sold literally thousands of them now. So incredibly clever. As I said at the start of the video, it is a critical video. There's nothing to report back on this car at all. It drives just beautifully, and whoever is genuinely lucky enough to be the next owner will be taking on a simply fantastic car. Having said that, if I missed something on the video, please don't hesitate, do give us a call.